Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's the Cooking Nuts, and in today's video we are back with beans. Yeah, I told you it's a staple, so we're gonna be making a different type of beans and in a different way. Let's just call it bean curry. So I have my white beans. Usually I make the red ones, the brownish ones, so I'm gonna make the white ones today, and I soaked them overnight, as you can see, because it helps them soften up and it makes it easier for me to cook them. Just like now, as you can see, it breaks. It was previously dry, but now it looks as if fresh. So I'm gonna wash them and rinse again, and then put into the water that I'm going to be cooking or boiling them in. Beans really take a long time, so if you can soak them overnight, the better. So I'm gonna be using a charcoal stove, and I'm just going to let this boil for at least 2 hours. Yeah, it took like about 2 hours to 3 hours. So I'm not adding in water because these white beans are really soft, but I'm gonna add in bicarbonate of soda or soda ash or chisula or chonde to make the beans soft. As you can see, it's already bubbling up, and I'm just going to let the water boil down. So now I'm adding in salt, and I'm sure you can tell that the beans are ready. So subscribe if you haven't subscribed, by the way. I'm just begging you and requesting. So let's get into the cooking. We make the sauce now. I have my ingredients, which are tomatoes. I have these beef Royco cubes for flavor. I have a red onion. I have ginger and garlic. I have a capsicum. I have a tablespoon of butter because the flavor, yeah. I have my spices, which is paprika, smoked paprika powder. I have black peppercorns. They're more flavorful than the powder one. I have turmeric. I have some cumin seeds in that box tin, and I have some olive oil. So on my pot, I'm gonna add the tablespoon of butter, and I'll let it melt. And meanwhile, I'll go in with the same amount of olive oil because you want balance. Yeah, so I'll let it melt and then go in with my garlic and ginger because they are more flavorful if they are let to fry alone, like you saute them, not to like burn, but make them turn some color, a little bit of gold. So I'll go in with a pinch of cumin seeds and then my peppercorns. These are much better because they're more flavorful. If you have a powder one, okay, but if you can access the peppercorns, much better. I'll mix this up and then I'll go in with my onions. I think you can tell that the color of the butter down has already changed. So the things in there were frying. Just going to mix the onions and also let them saute for about a minute until they are translucent. And then go in with my Royco cubes. I'm using 3 of them. And remember, they already have salt. So don't add in a lot of salt if you're not sure because they're already salty. Add in my tomatoes and then break them in, and I'll just let the tomatoes cook down. By the way, if you don't have the stage we are going to go on, if you don't have a blender, you can just peel your tomatoes so that at the end of the day you don't have like the skin on. But I'm lazy. So that's why I just cook them the way they are. Now go in with half a tablespoon of turmeric and paprika, and then I'll mix it and just make sure to deglaze the bottom. I already have my remaining coconut milk, so it's what I'm going to be using for stew. Once the tomatoes are cooked like this, I just go in with coconut milk. I'm going to post a video about how I make coconut milk from scratch, and I hope it's helpful. So mix and keep it on low heat. And as you can see now, everything looks a bit cooked, but it's still not as smooth as I want it. So I'm going to transfer everything into the blender. If you have a food processor, the better, but all works the same. And I'll blend it until it is smooth. Now this is where the peppercorns come in, like the flavor from the peppercorns, the black peppercorns. When blended, it comes out the more, much better other than using the powder black pepper. So I will put it back onto my pot and mix through, but of course don't forget to pass some water in your blender, because who is going to throw away some curry? No one, not me at least. So I'll mix this together, and now this is ready. I'm just going to add in my white beans. Yeah, These white beans they are like the fancy type of beans, if I could say, but they are like so well if they are in a thick sauce. And I find this particular way of making them so perfect for me. Yeah, so I just be sharing ways on how I make things at home for any other person who loves cooking or who is going to have this particular meal to just pick ideas. So I'll go in with my green capsicum. You can add in any other vegetables you have. I'm just using what I have on hand. Mix this and let it boil down for at least 3 to 5 minutes, and everything gets to know each other. Remember, the beans had some salt, the Royco cubes had some salt, so you've not seen me adding some salt because everything is already seasoned. And there we are, our bean stew is ready, our bean curry is ready, and they look so fancy. We served this with some chapati, and you can have them with rice, anything that you have at hand. I hope you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye.